Born and raised in Plattsburgh, Missouri, Jackson started playing baseball at the age of 3, but loves football and basketball too. His love for sports and natural abilities grew, and he played varsity football as a wide receiver and was outfielder in baseball. He graduated high school in 2023 and was blessed with the opportunity to play collegiate baseball at the Division II Missouri Western University studying physics. Everything changed November 3rd, 2024. But Jackson's involvement with FCA had been preparing him for the hardest training of his life. Jackson's car accident injury had taken away an athletic career and independence, but left him with a much clearer understanding of his true identity as a child of God. Come hear Jackson's story and be challenged to consider that whatever is ahead, you are so much more than your sport or abilities.
Thank you guys for having me out today. I appreciate it. Like he said, my name is Jackson Grayson, and I'm from Plattsburgh, Missouri. And I grew up playing baseball. I remember being out in the backyard, my dad always with the team, and my love for sports started then. I started playing football there. Soon after, I played flag football, starting at the age of 6, and I played football, basketball. Unfortunately, my jumper wasn't too good, so I stopped playing basketball in 8th grade, but continued playing competitive football and baseball all throughout middle school, and it was around 6th or 7th grade where I figured out I wanted to play sports at the next level, and my focus was all sports and playing at the next level from there on out. And so I understand the pressures that come with having good grades, the pressures of having to be good in your sports. Sending emails out to coaches, going out to camps, visits, just all the pressures that come with trying to recruit it. I understand it, but so once I got my offer, I thought I had made it, my dream had come true. I was finally able to go play at the next level. Once I graduated high school, I knew I wanted to study business, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I had always been involved with the church all throughout my childhood and high school. So I knew that God had a plan for me. I just didn't know what it was yet. But like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do with the business degree, but I knew that God would have a plan for me eventually. When I started playing baseball in college, I loved it, and just the camaraderie of all my teammates, it was a great experience, and I loved it. And to be honest, I got lost in my sports and in my schooling, which is a thing for a lot of athletes. A lot of athletes lose themselves in their sports, and whenever they get injured or their sport comes to an end, they don't really know what to do with themselves, But luckily, I was blessed to have a great FCA group at my college, and I found my new identity in Jesus Christ. I knew that once I found that once I started to apply what I was learning from FCA to my daily life, I found myself at peace. I found a peace that I never got from my sport, but I knew that regardless of my situation, that I had my identity in Christ, and the pressures of sports and school and having to perform at the highest level, you know, they all became minimal, you know. And then after it was about halfway through my sophomore year of college, November 3rd of last year, I got into a car accident on the way home from duck hunting. I was in the passenger seat asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the crash, and I was blessed to come out of it alive. It was a near fatal accident, but when I got pulled out of that truck, I knew that God spared my life, and that regardless of if I was able to breathe on my own or move my body, and that God was with me, and that He spared my life, and He had a plan for me in the long run. I just had to put my trust in Him. But little did I know, FCA prepared me for the biggest test of my faith in my life. I spent 9 months in a rehabilitation hospital, 12 surgeries, some of the hard times, but what got me through it was my faith in God, you know. And I never lost myself because I knew that I had my identity in Christ, and regardless if I would ever play a sport again or move again, I knew I had my identity in Christ, and that's all I needed to keep moving forward through the days, regardless if they don't hurt or not. But in the long run, I knew that God's plan would play out in my life, and after my 9 months stay in the hospital, I moved out here to California for the first time. My stepdad lived out here, and my mom, my little brother, and we all moved out here, and it's been a fresh start, and it was another one of those moments where I didn't know what God had planned for me, but I knew He had something planned for me, and luckily I've gotten involved with Young Life. This lady holding the mic right here, Miss Kristen, she's given me the opportunity to share my story and help kids in high school, you know, find their way to God, which is my biggest goal in life now, you know, and yeah, God's plan is just playing out in my life.
Bullard students, the homecoming dance tickets are sold right now in front of student services. If you need to buy tickets, they're being sold right now in front of student services.
Better get your tickets. But God's plan is playing out in my life, and it's my identity in Christ that keeps me going and keeps me grounded in where I'm at, you know. And so I challenge each and every one of you to, like, regardless of when your last play is, whenever it is, or if an injury comes along, hopefully not, but who will you be whenever that time comes, and I think it's important that you know that you have an identity in Christ, regardless of your situation or circumstance, and that you can find peace in knowing that Christ is your one and only Father, and finding joy and peace in that. So, thank you guys for hearing my story and letting me share. I appreciate it, and if you have any questions or anything, now's the time. Sorry, what did you say?
What was the injury in the car crash?
I suffered a spinal cord injury. Broke my neck and suffered a spinal cord injury. So the spinal cord injury caused paralysis throughout my body.
How did you get connected with SciFit?
SciFit, so, I go to a gym out here 5 days a week for 3 hours every day.
He's still an athlete.
It's called SciFit. SCI, spinal cord injury.
Functional
I forget
integrated.
what FIT stands for.
Functional integrated training.
Functional integrated training.
There you go.
And it's crazy how it all worked out. When my mom moved out here, she got in touch with somebody who was at SciFit, and they said it would be a great place for me to go. It has been, and it's been a blessing.
Are there any verses that you know that have gotten you through hard times specifically?
The one verse, yeah, that's what I put my shirt. So these are my t-shirts that I had designed after my accident, and my go-to Bible verse has always been through this time, Psalm 23:4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me, and your rod and your staff that comfort me. And it just reminds me that even though walking through the darkest time of my life, I've been in a valley, I'm walking through it though, I'm moving forward through the valley. God's been with me through this entire process, and I fear no evil. I'm gonna face every challenge that comes with this injury, with God by my side and no fear. So yeah. Any more questions?
Like, how has your church or your community helped you through?
Yeah, so
She asked, how has your church or community helped you through?
So since my accident, I've had a great support system around me, and honestly, it's gotten me through a lot of these hard times. And coming out to California, I didn't know, I didn't know anyone, and my mom got me connected with Sequoia Church, and that's the church I attend out here now. They have been praying for me, and I know it. And now that I'm here and seeing the support that I had behind my back without me even knowing it has been amazing. And it's my second family out here now. Nick Pope right here in the front row as the pastor, and it's been great, and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Can you show us how you drive?
You can also play video games like this.
It's called a Sipping Puff Straw, and I control my chair by like sipping and puffing on the straw. It's weird, but like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'll show you. It's like.
Jackson, show them how you can go up.
I can like.
If you ever wanted to be taller, just need one of these.
Yeah.
So I can feel 6'1" again.
Who's your favorite baseball team and player?
What was that?
Favorite baseball team and player?
My favorite baseball team is the St. Louis Cardinals, and player is Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah. Anything else? Football team? So when I was in Denver, so the rehab hospital I was at was in Denver, Colorado. So they took me to Broncos training camp, and I got like VIP access, all access pass, and like I took some pictures with Patrick Surtain, Hufanga. It was great. Like I got to go out on the field, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna root for the Broncos now. And I've never liked the Chiefs. Even though I'm from Kansas City area, I never liked the Chiefs. And the Broncos just seemed right. So yeah. Anything else? I appreciate you guys letting me come out and share my story and testimony. Play every down like it's your last. Play like it's your last. Give it your all, and thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you to Jackson for coming. We really appreciate you telling this story. Can we do a picture with the group in Jackson? Is that cool? Okay, we'll do a quick